Hey, it's Jay with 5-Star Fitness and we're back in the kitchen today. We're gonna be meal prepping in bulk. And the reason this is important is because we wanna spend the least amount of time in the kitchen so we can spend more time doing the things we wanna do, like working out, hanging out with our family and friends, or just relaxing. So an ideal meal has the big three. And if you don't know what that is, that's a lean protein, a complex carbohydrate, and a green vegetable. So today we're gonna be cooking chicken, asparagus, and sweet potatoes. So let's get to it. You wanna start with what's gonna take the most amount of time, and typically that's gonna be your protein source. So we're gonna begin by preheating the oven to 375. Once you preheat the oven, you're gonna wanna take your chicken breasts and rinse them off. Once those are clean, you're gonna remove the excess fat with a pair of kitchen shears. Once you've removed all the fat from the chicken, you're gonna wanna take a pan. Personally, I recommend lining it with tin foil to make cleanup easier. Once that's done, you're gonna lightly coat the pan with cooking spray or olive oil, and you're gonna lay your chicken breast evenly across the pan. Personally, I use Mrs. Dash. You can find it anywhere, and it's low in sodium. You just wanna season the chicken. So now we're on to the thing that takes the second most amount of time to cook, and that's the carb source. So today, we're cooking sweet potatoes. You're gonna wanna rinse them off. Once you're done rinsing your sweet potatoes off, you're gonna wanna remove the ends. Once the ends are removed, you're gonna cut them into thin discs. Once you have your sweet potatoes into discs, you're gonna wanna cut them into quarters so that they cook faster. So now that your sweet potatoes are done being chopped up, you're gonna take another baking sheet. You're gonna take your sweet potatoes, you're gonna take the same cooking spray, light coat so that they don't stick, and then you're gonna evenly disperse your sweet potato chunks all over the pan, okay? And then me personally, I like to add cinnamon to my sweet potatoes. It's gonna speed up metabolism, help you out if you got high blood pressure, and add a little bit of flavor. So now that all the food that we're gonna be baking is prepared, it's time to throw it in the oven. So now that everything's in the oven, it's time to start working on the vegetables. We're gonna start by preheating our pan to medium high. Once you do that, you're gonna wanna take your asparagus. My tip would be keeping one rubber band on the bundle so that you keep them together more easily when you cut them. So personally, my favorite way to cook asparagus is using light Italian dressing. You're gonna add a ton of flavor without adding a ton of calories. So we're gonna take our Italian dressing and we're gonna lightly coat the bottom of our pan. So now that our asparagus is cooking, you're gonna cook it for about 10 minutes. Now that everything's done being cooked, we're gonna cut our chicken into pieces about the same size as our sweet potatoes earlier. All right, so we're almost done. Everything is cooked, cut, and cooled. So we're gonna move on to portioning out our meals. Your portions are gonna be different according to your 5-star nutrition program, so you're gonna wanna refer back to that. You're gonna add your protein source until you hit the recommended weight. After that, we're gonna move to our carbs until we hit the weight. Perfect. We're gonna add the asparagus. And you're gonna repeat. Again, protein, carb source, and greens. So just like that, we're done. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something. Again, it's Jay with 5-Star Fitness, and I'll see you next time in the kitchen.